Hey everybody, it's Mark Kalachi, your local realtor here in the Austin area, serving Travis and Williamson counties. What I wanted to talk to you in this video is about the obligations of a realtor and client. Myself, we'll start with the realtor. My obligation is to make sure I have a fiduciary duty to you, to make sure that I'm getting you the best possible deal on a house if you're buying one, or the most amount of money if you're selling one. And also to make sure that you're protected, that I'm watching out for all the gotchas, all the pitfalls, all the contracts, all the disclosures, anything and everything that you need to be aware of that you're not going to be aware of because you don't do this kind of thing every day. And that's okay. We all are professionals and we all are used to doing certain things and we're experts in our field. But as your buyer's agent, when I'm representing you in buying a home, I'm going to make sure that you're protected, that all the contract work is done for you and it's really easy for you. I'm going to be your liaison between the title company, the lender, the seller, the listing agent, your escrow officer, everybody, to make sure that all the paperwork is done, that there are no risks to you losing your earnest money. Or if you don't know what earnest money is, check out my earnest money video. It's your security deposit on a house, basically. But all these things, I'm in the process, I'm protecting you from and guiding you towards closing day ultimately, so that the transaction, when it completes, the house transfers ownership from the seller to you. Same thing goes for if I'm selling your house for you. It's the opposite. I'm trying to make sure that I sell your house as high as we possibly can, protecting you from any pitfalls. There's even more risks when you're a seller. You have to disclose certain things. So I'm going to make you aware of all those things that you got to watch out for as a seller. But going back to when you're buying a house, and I'm doing all these things for you, when you're buying a house, you are going to pay myself and my team, or any realtor you're working with, 3%. That is the cost of working with a realtor who's going to help you through the home buying transaction. So 3% when an agent is representing you on a buying transaction. 6% when an agent is representing you on the selling side. And here's why. 6% because it's split into two. 3% goes to your listing agent's brokerage, and 3% goes to the buyer's agent brokerage. There's two real estate agents in every transaction. One helps a seller, one helps a buyer. Now, going back to when I said you as the buyer would pay 3%, well, here's how that works. You can either pay 3% or 0%. You're probably like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, here's why. Your obligation as my client, as a client of a realtor, is you are going to be paying either 3% to the broker of your realtor, or you will have to pay nothing, and here's how. You must be loyal. When a realtor starts to work with you, they expect loyalty. You are working exclusively with that realtor and their brokerage. You are committed to paying them 3% for all their hard work and efforts. And if you remain loyal through that process, at the end of it, if the seller is made aware who your realtor's brokerage is, the seller is actually going to cover that 3% for you. You will not have to pay the 3% to your broker and realtor. I know, pretty amazing, right? Now, if you do break the contract, the agreement, then you will be on the hook for the 3%. So it's very important that you remain loyal to your realtor, that you work only with your realtor and their brokerage, because you wouldn't want, and unfortunately this happens a lot. If you go back to my analogy in the beginning when I said you work hard, you expect to be paid, it's an unfortunate fact of life that a lot of clients I've helped in the past, or other realtors helped in the past, they'll begin working with one realtor and then they'll, for lack of a better word, they will cheat on that realtor. And that's not right. You wouldn't want someone who you're expecting to be paid by to suddenly disappear after you spent time, energy, sacrificing for them and working hard for them, and then you don't get paid. It's just not right. And so that's why you have to commit to your realtor. If they're going to commit to you, if I'm going to commit everything to you and making this a smooth transaction for you, all I need in return is your loyalty. I'm your realtor. Make sure that any seller of any home that you see knows who your realtor is, so that they can pay them the 3% and their brokerage gets paid the 3% and not you. That's all it takes. You really can get off the hook from that 3%. You just have to make sure to tell the seller of the house that you're buying a home from who your realtor is, and they will take care of that 3% for you. So it's pretty amazing. Again, obligations, me taking care of everything for you, and you showing loyalty to your realtor for all that they do, because they don't get paid without your loyalty. And if they're committing to you, if I'm committing to you, we have to sign an agreement that lays out the terms. Now, I have another video called the Buyer's Representation Agreement that explains this a little more in detail and what that looks like, but I hope you found this informative. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.